Hey everybody, it's Joel Peterson. Hope you're having an awesome day today. I'm sitting here with Mr. Sean Hynes. How you doing, Sean?
Good. How are you?
Good. And we're still down here in Orlando at the Marketing Mayhem event. And I ran into Sean at this same hotel
about 4 years ago.
Three, 4 years ago. It was a ClickBank event. And lunch, and we got to know each other. And it's just kind of funny. Sometimes we haven't really kept in touch that much, but it's like we connected again tonight. And it's been amazing talking to Sean. He's another guy that works at home and does his own thing. He's been doing this for how many years?
17.
17 years.
Right out of college.
So I wanted to pull up the camera and interview Sean because I'd love to talk to anyone that works at home and just to be real with us and tell us your experiences. So Sean, just share with us, how did you get started 17 years ago? What were you doing? Just
That's actually pretty funny.
Let us know how you got into it, why you wanted to work at home, and give us the story. And
it kind of started, I was in college looking for some extra money, and being kind of independent. Ross Perot was actually running for office.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And I wanted to get the word out, so I was like, well, how can we make money doing this? So I printed up t-shirts. I started selling Ross Perot t-shirts. Yeah, nice. It's pretty funny. So, and I just had this burning desire to make things better and things like that. So I was involved in a lot of different businesses, and even in college. And then this is when the web was gray and links, and that was it. And I made my own website. And from there, people were like, hey, can you make me one? Can you make me one?
Wow.
And I just snowballed from there for 17 years. Pretty much the whole time. I've worked for a couple companies, really short time, but I've been doing web development for 17 years.
17 years. So you had a couple jobs, and then the web just kind of opened, the internet just kind of opened up your eyes to opportunity, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the web is just the wild, wild west, especially back then. And there's so many different jobs you can do and things that business opportunities that you can use.
Have you always worked at home? Sometimes we say work at home. Some entrepreneurs, they actually work in their home. Others will go get an office for that. Have you always worked at your house? Or
I've always worked at my house, but one thing I want to recommend people is I absolutely love working for myself, but you get cabin fever. You want to work, make more money, but you got to have a balance in life, and with that balance, you need to get out of the house. And I found that playing sports, but in particular, try to find maybe a co-working space in your town. You heard of co-working, right?
Oh yeah.
And you can meet like-minded people, maybe meet freelancers, and really connect, get business, networking, and it gets you out of the house. You feel much better, and a lot of times work better.
That's awesome. What would you say keeps you motivated to? Because you talked about the cabin fever and stuff. But what does a person do to stay motivated? Because no one's there to tell you what to do, what project you need to work on and stuff. And what have you done to overcome that? And you've experienced that, it sounds like, a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
And what have you do to, what word of advice would you give to someone to?
Wow. Well, two things. One is, have pictures of kind of some of your goals and things like that. But two, you got to get rid of distractions. Absolutely, that is the hardest thing, especially with the TV and
Facebook.
Facebook, You have to have a regimen. Without a regimen, you'll be off. You got to almost have a boss and say, look, I'm really going to work 10 to 6.
Right.
Because before you know it, it's 12 o'clock. You're taking a 2-hour lunch and things like that. And, treat yourself on the weekends or things like that, but you got to try to stick a regimen. There's
some good software tools out there that kind of help you know your productivity, how long you've been on Facebook, how long you've been working on things. I can't remember the name, it's not coming to my head right now, but I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've seen those, but I haven't.
That might be a good thing for some of you who need to keep yourself honest.
Absolutely, like Net Nanny, keep you off certain sites.
Exactly, there you go. So tell us, let's give everyone one word of advice, Sean. Someone's brand new, they want to work at home, and there's so many different things you can do.
Right.
It's not just internet stuff, you can do all kinds of things, but what's one word of advice you'd give to a brand new person who says, I want to work at home, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do?
Okay. Let me tell you one, I'm going to say this in two parts. One thing I suffered from was having a mind that was too big for my wallet. I'd come up with this incredible idea, I was so excited, and I'd draw it all out, and I'd start the prototype or whatever. And little did I know, I wouldn't have enough money to follow through. That has happened time after time and time. So start with something small and know that it takes a lot of money for marketing, a lot of money for operations, and see it through from A to Z. It's okay if it's small, it's all right. But if you're successful with that, you can be almost successful with anything.
Right.
Start small and let the customers tell you what the product should be after phase one. We want to go down this direction. You want to, appease your customers, and they'll tell you where to go after you start your product.
That's awesome. I like how you said just start with a small goal. I know when I got started, I wanted to make $50 a day. Because if I made $50 a day, that would pay my house payment and like my utilities and stuff in the house that I was living in. And that was my goal, $50 a day. And then when I got to $50 a day, I was like, it was so much easier to get to the $100 a day.
Right.
And then the $200, and then the $300, and then the $500, and then, people that have seen my story, like I've had days that were like $10,000 days, and it just blew my mind. Like,
right, you almost can't attain it. Like, I can't get to 500 a day, so how am I going to do 10,000?
And then I've had 0 days too. You know what I mean? It's like nothing's ever going to stay super stable.
No zero, I've had negative days.
Yeah, negative days. But the overall thing, would you say that working in a home, has it been worth it? Are you glad you did it? If you were to go back 17 years, would you say, I'd go back to the corporate world, or
I would have, this is what I've done. I would have gone to a company, find the people that I wanted to work with, and then gone on my own. That's the only major regret, because that's what a lot of people do. They find like-minded individuals in a company. They're getting paid for it. I don't get paid to find people, so that's the route I would have taken. But absolutely work for yourself, but find the people maybe at a company.
Definitely. Well, awesome. Thanks for being here, Sean. Appreciate it, and we'll have to do it again. So, hey guys, this is Joel Peterson. As always, take massive action in your business and your life. We'll see you on another video. Bye-bye.